without a charge. That is, doing a legal work free of charge. Now, you also understand that the gains of pro bono lawyer beyond the sick. Am I correct? Now, sick is what we call Senior Advocates of Nigeria. And for you to become a sick, you know that the requirement of the law is that you must be a lawyer of 10 years post-call. And you will have cases ranging from the High Court to Court of Appeal and Supreme Court done by you. And once you meet up with that requirement, the Legal Practitioner Privileges Committee will look into your application, having applied. Now, I will say that, Prof, sir, I'm a notary public. And in Prof's lecture this morning, he said one of the recommendations, which is like a take-home for me, is that for you to be qualified as a notary public, you should at least handle 3 pro bono cases. And I will tell you for free that I am a product of that. I got my notary public with just a single pro bono case. How did it happen? I was in court, and here comes this woman who had no lawyer but has a matter in court. And the other defendant has a lawyer. And when the case was called, I whispered to her, "Can I represent you?" I never knew that the judge was happy. The magistrate was happy because she had a good case. But they wanted to manipulate her because she had no lawyer. And our colleague from the other side said, "No, Edgar, you are not in this matter. Why will you elect to represent her?" The judge said, "Who told you that he cannot represent her?" So I put on appearance, did the matter. There and then, the judge asked the lawyer if he would proceed with this case because the matter was for hearing. So I let her, she testify and gave evidence. "I will convict your client if you don't settle this case." So they said, "Are we good to go if we settle?" I said, "Why not?" The woman looked at me. I said, "Yes, we are ready." So we went out. I said, "My lord, just give us 2 hours. We'll report back to court." And they agreed to pay her back her money because they defrauded her. So the first condition is he would deposit 1 million. The woman did not. I said, "Please deposit it," because I know that we are close to finishing the matter. It's either he completes the money or we use that deposit and the evidence before the court to convict him. So I adopted that approach. I went back to the office. This woman followed me and she asked me a question. "How will I help you? What can I do for you?" I looked at her. She brought money. I said, No. I did it not because I want you to pay me, but because I know you had no lawyer and you have a good case, and I did it pro bono. Little do I know that she's related to someone who is a big man at the Supreme Court. Now, the next question that comes to mind is, she said, "Are you a notary public?" And I look at her and say, "How do you know that I want to be notary public?" And I was just about 8. She said, "Oga, don't worry. Get your receipt for me. Of course, what we need is evidence of bad practicing fee and your application." I said, "Thank you much." She went and brought the forms, the requirements. I wrote an application, gave her. I never stepped my leg to the Supreme Court to submit. She submitted it, got the letter for me for my CJ. I took the letter myself. The CJ wrote, and then I was appointed by the CJN. You see, why did I take my time to tell you this? It's the fact that in doing pro bono, you are the greatest beneficiary. In doing pro bono, you become more skillful, you become more experienced, more bold and confident, and you act more professionally. There is no way as a lawyer you will take 2-3 pro bono cases and you will not learn from those cases. As you are conducting those cases, you are also building yourself. You are also building yourself. Now, I will give you my second practical experience. I was in the street of Abuja 18 years ago or 17 years ago, grappling with the fact that I needed clients for me to get cases so that I can earn a living. I printed complimentary cards, 2,000 complimentary cards, and I shared all offices, application. I did not get a single call in return. But what happened? Today, I can tell you boldly that I'm also one of the successful lawyers. And what is the reason? The reason is that I go to court and take up pro bono briefs. And while I'm conducting those briefs, after handling a pro bono case, you will discover 2, 3, or 1 person that will be interested in me. He will take my number, and lo and behold, he will brief me on a matter. And that one will be charged. Because we also know that as a matter of law, it is not right for you to take up a pro bono brief from a client who has the means to pay you. You only do pro bono for the indigent. Are we together? And if you are briefing me and I know that you have resources, I will charge you very, very well. So, taking up pro bono cases should not make you, as a lawyer, to charge below the standard. As a lawyer, one of your greatest weapons is to know how to charge. There are cases or clients that you will charge them